Hey YouTube, I'm going to teach you how to make a ghillie suit today. Here's the materials you're going to need. You're going to need shoe goo to do just the back of the ghillie suit, like that there, and then your pants and your top. Not the front, just the back and shoulders. You're going to need 3 tubes. Okay? After that, you're going to need enough fish netting. If you're 5 foot tall, then you're probably going to need 7 foot of fish netting. I got a 10x5 sheet. This is like 1/2 inch squares. You use every other square. You can get inch square netting that works better. But don't get the stuff that looks like it's yarn, because you can break it with your fingers. This stuff here, it's hard to break. It also doesn't rot. This is like real fish netting. Next thing, obviously, you're going to need is some clothes to put it on. I use some old Army BDUs that I got from a family member. Here's the pants, and then I used an old hunting hat that I never wore to put that on. You're obviously going to need your burlap, which is here. The burlap that I got is super cheap, super effective, and it's just you can almost use it right out of the thing. Go to Walmart is where I got all this stuff, except for the fish netting. You can get it at a craft store. I got it when we went to the beach. The burlap is H&S or Hunter Specialties. They made a burlap bond. It's 3x10. You need 2 of those to do your full suit. If you do it as thick as I did, if you do it thicker, you might need 3, but you won't use all 3, but they're $10 a piece, so you're not. $20 to do a whole ghillie suit for burlap isn't bad. Normally it's like $30 or $40 if you go to a craft store and buy the burlap. You're gonna need your dye. I use red dye. As you can see, I got greens, blacks, and browns. You can't see the blacks real good. There's some in the bottom right corner of the ghillie suit. I use just natural brown, Kelly green, and then just a black. I use powdered black. It works really fast. You gotta let it set for 10 minutes. The other stuff I let set for 40 just to make sure it was dark enough. So you're gonna need 2 bottles of each and 2 packets of black to do the whole thing. And then the natural is just the color of the ghillie suit, or the burlap, I mean. This is the camo. It doesn't come in strips. It comes in a big sheet. But as you can see, it's got like a camo pattern. I think it's Real Tree APHD, or it might be just AP. One side's like this. You're going to want to cut them in 1-inch strips. The way I did it is, I wish I could show you better. This would make a better video, but we don't have a video camera, so I'm uploading stuff from my phone to YouTube, and it has a 3.2 megapixel camera, which isn't that good. If this is your thing of your burlap, okay, it's 3x10. What I did is I folded it over like this one time, made it 1.5 foot wide. Then I folded it up 10 times like this. Okay, so it's 1 inch or 1 foot by 1.5 foot. You get it rolled up like this, it's almost in a ball. Okay, if this right here is a sheet of plywood, just a little bit, doesn't have to be a full sheet. You lay this on top of it like this. Then you take a board to run along so you cut perfectly straight lines. Okay, that's going to be my hand. Then you take a razor blade with a brand new blade, and you just cut your 1.5 inch strips, 1.5 to 2 inch strips. Okay, then when you unroll them, they're going to be 1 foot long, or 1 foot long and 1 inch wide is when you're looking at it. So then all you do is, where the corners of them are folded, you just stick a knife in there and cut it, like where the crease of my hand is. Just cut it there on both sides, then you already got your foot pieces. It makes it perfect. Okay, so after that, the way I attach nettings, I use shoe goo, the original. you can see on here, you do it pretty thick. You can sew it. You can use unwaxed dental floss, which I used on the hat a little bit. It has to be unwaxed or it won't hold a knot. You can either use that or fishing line for the high tensile strength, and it doesn't rot as fast as the thread does, and threads aren't real strong unless you buy like industrial stuff. Okay, so you can see with the netting, you do not want to be able to pull it up more than 2 inches. If it's too saggy, it'll bag, possibly tear off. If it gets a little wet, your suit gets really heavy, let me tell you. I have another ghillie suit. I'm making another one, a better one. That one's kind of starting to fall apart. It's old. That thing gets wet. It probably weighs, the top altogether probably weighs 20 pounds. So, and it's pulling down on your shoe goo. So if it's not glued enough times and it has the ability to sag, it puts stress on all the ones above it, and it'll just start peeling off from the top. Okay, so your burlap, you can cut it like the way I showed you, or you can unfray it, or I don't really know what you want to call it. It's like braided, it's weave, so you can unweave it, I guess. That takes forever, but you save half your burlap. When you cut it, you lose half of it. When you fray it, you use all of it. Okay? As you can see, there's a bunch of these cross pieces that are junk. I have a full trash can full of burlap that I wasted from doing it the easy and fast way, which doesn't bother me. It cost me an extra $10 half the time, and it looks better when you don't fray it, in my opinion, because it makes the pieces stand out wider. Okay, so the way you tie it on is you loop it through the netting, tie over or overhand knot or half hitch or whatever. You can also cut 2-foot pieces. No, that doesn't work. Never mind. If you get a long piece and you, I don't know what kind of knot this is called. You take it like this, you fold it in half, then you take this, stick it through the hole, and then you feed these pieces through the loop and then pull it tight. That's what you do if you use jute. You do not do this with this stuff, or when you start unfraying it, it'll just all fall apart. It doesn't hold the knot, so don't do that. Your colors are about, I use dark colors. I'm from West Virginia. Dark colors. You can use lime greens if you're in a place that has a lot of those colors.